What's going on, guys? It's your boy EmeryReigns here. We did the 5 hardest characters in Dead or Alive 6, in my opinion, and now we're going to do the 5 easiest characters. This is going to range from the hardest to use to the easiest to use in an order of 5. So it's going to start from 5 and go all the way up to 1, which is going to be the easiest. So on a scale of hard to easy, it's going to go from 5 to 1. Alright? What's going on, Armand? Welcome to the stream, everyone. So, the first character that I have on my list at the hardest, easiest character to use in the game is Jann Lee. I'm going to pick Jann Lee and we're going to talk about him just a little bit. And I'm going to tell you guys why I believe that he is the 5th easiest character to use in the game. Now, I'm basing this list off of a couple of different things. I'm basing this list off of accessibility, as far as how easy it is to access this character's tools and make them work in the game, and the tools that they actually have that are kind of really easy to put on the screen. Let me turn this off really quick. Okay, so Jann Lee has an 11 frame mid, 10 frame jab. Very, very odd, because most characters with an 11 frame mid have a 9 frame jab, except the fact that he's a male character, and the only male character with a 9 frame attack in the game is going to be Elliot with his 7P. So yeah, Jann Lee, I'd say, is number 5 because he, for the most part, you don't need to use his more advanced stuff to make this character good. So obviously he has his dragon stance, he has different stuff he can do out of his dragon stance, and you don't really need to use that stuff in order to be good with the character, if that makes any sense. I don't know if that makes any sense to anyone, but he has all this crazy dragon stance stuff that you can use in stun and all this other stuff, but you really don't need it to be good with the character. So with that said, I'm going to put him at number 5 because he's fast. He's got an offensive hold, which is the Dragon Gunner. The Dragon Gunner is obviously very choreographed. You do get that guaranteed afterwards, and a couple of other stuff like this. Or if it let me dash, you get this guaranteed as well. You get a couple of different things guaranteed, but nonetheless, he has an offensive hold, very choreographed offensive hold. He's got fast normals, good crushing, close hits, pretty good stun mix-ups as well. Pretty good throw damage, actually. Jann Lee actually has really good throw damage, surprisingly. Like you wouldn't really expect like a character like Jann Lee to have good throw damage, but you know, he's got his 10 frame grab, which does a pretty good amount of damage, 52 in normal. He's got a good stun game, offensive holds, good damage output, and again, he's not very hard to use. Like, this character is very easy to pick up. You can make this character advanced. Like, you can make this character hard to use. You can make this character you can play them like a very in-depth character, or you can choose not to. Some characters you don't have that luxury. Some characters you have to use in order. You have to be able to do all that character stuff to make them viable. But with this character, you really don't need to. Like, this character's can be played the same from the beginning of his creation in DOA and DOA1. You can play this character exactly the same. So for those reasons, I'm going to put Jann Lee at number 5. He's got good low sweeps, pretty good tracking with back ace plus K. Really good move. It gives you that spin around stun right there, and then he can follow up and stuff like that. So yeah, Jann Lee's going to be number 5 for me. So number 4, we have Hayate, my boy. I believe Hayate is just a little bit. What's going on, Dragon Tiger? I believe Hayate is just a little bit easier to use than Jann Lee, just because of the fact that, again, this character is very straightforward. A lot of people get scared by the Raijin and think, well, if I can't do the Raijin, then I'm not gonna be able to play Hayate. But you really don't need the Raijin in order to play this character. And it's one of those things. It's like you can either do it or you can't. But you really don't need to be able to do the Raijin and play Hayate. And the Raijin is the hardest thing that Hayate has. His stun game is very good. He has his new feints right here, which a lot of people don't know, but you can actually do this right here. You can actually do feint, and then they can't escape it. They can't escape that next stun there, so this is pretty good. He's got the feints. He's got a super launcher throw. This is just me basing this off of my skill with the character. Hayate is not a hard character to use. His combos are very straightforward. Again, his super launcher throw combos are fucking 4 inputs and then to the close hit punch. He does have a stance, or some form of a stance rather, and it's going to be the wind dash. But out of the wind dash, he only has 3 to 4 options. He's got the high punch, he's got the mid kick, he's got the grab, and he's got the the mid punch right there, which you can teleport off of, but you're never gonna hit anybody with that on hit anyways. So the stance really isn't in depth at all. He has no lows out of it. He doesn't have any offensive holds. Hayate's really good at covering a lot of ground really fast. As you can see, his forward punch covers a fucking substantial amount of ground, and the hitbox on it is very good. As well as his quarter circle back punch, it covers a lot of ground. Hayate has a lot of good guard breaks. Hayate's good because he can make you play the game he wants you to play. Or he can force you into non-stop 50-50s. Like if you guard break somebody with one of Hayate's guard breaks like this, or this, or this, you can put them into 50-50s where you can either go into a full circle grab or a half circle forward grab, or go into a mid and make them get hit by it, because you can't fuzzy guard a 12 frame grab. So he covers a lot of ground. Hayate is generally safe unless he's fighting his grappler characters. He's got good range moves. He can play the up close game pretty well, pretty good as well. He's got a 14 frame down punch with a 0 on hit, which is really good. He's got really good crushing abilities, really good stun launching abilities. He can go into a fatal rush and then the break blow off of that. He's got a pretty good damage output, to be honest with you guys. They took away his 1 PP, which was a natural hit on counter hit, but he doesn't really need that anyways. It was good, but it wasn't like something that he needs to be a good character. Hayate is just one of those characters you can play and just play the stun launch game. Stun, launch, stun, launch, stun, launch. You can just play the stun launch game all day. You don't need to do anything else with Hayate. Character is very simple. There's not really much to him. The only thing that makes people struggle with Hayate is they don't know where and when to put certain attacks. Like cartwheel, a lot of Hayate players will spam cartwheel. Like it's a 3-in-1, don't get me wrong, it's really good, but you can't just be throwing this out there because a good player is going to react to that and fuck you up. So really good crushing, really good guard breaks, really good grabs. He's got a reset grab here. This is a straight up 50-50. You can either do that and go into another grab to try to hold or block right there. If they hit the block button, that'll connect. Or you can just finish it like this, go into another mix-up, or if they don't counter this mid-kick, you can just hit them like that. So like he's got really good mix-ups out of that. Or he got another mix-up, you can do this, and then that puts him into another 50-50. So, Hayate, I put number 4 as the 4th easiest character to learn in the game. Next, we're going to go on to Hitomi. Now, a lot of people may be surprised that I put Hitomi under Hayate, and it may be a little bit because of the fact that I use Hayate and I don't really use Hitomi. But Hitomi, I'm sorry, she's a little easier than Hayate, not a little harder. The only thing that sucks about Hitomi is she's easy to use. Like, she doesn't really have much to really work with, but at the same time, she's not a very great character, if that makes any sense. This is not going by who's the best character. This is going by who the easiest characters to learn and pick up in the game. I say Hitomi's a little... Yo, thanks for following, Yomite. She's got pretty good high crushes. The thing that really struggles, Hitomi really struggles with is her stun game. Like, you can't get anything to really connect off of this. Like, that stun is absolutely terrible. If you stun somebody once and do this, the only thing you can really do is a jab right there. You can't really do shit. Like, you have to really play with the stun game, like, a lot in order to really get anything going with her. Her quick launching ability is fucking atrocious. Like, it really is. For what it's worth, though, she does have a pretty good damage output. She's got a reset grab right here where she'll put you into like 50-50s. She can just keep going like this, and then if you hit a button, she'll stun you, go into a quick launch, get the bound, and then you already know. She's got good strings. However, her strings can be really choreographed unless you're fighting a Hitomi player that can put them in good places. Like a lot of really good Hitomi players know when to use her sweeps and when not to. Because there's no stagger escape and her sweep being +2 on hit, that's really good because that actually puts you in somewhat of a fucked up mix-up because you are in jab range right there, and I believe you're in grab range as well. Yep, you're in grab range too, so it puts you in kind of a fucked up situation. She's got strings for days. Again, her biggest flaw right now is that her stun game is fucking atrocious. Like, her stun game is so bad. It's really fucking bad. Yeah, that stun game is crazy. So yeah, Hitomi needs buffs, but however, I do think she's a little easier to use than Hayate. She's got a down forward grab, and it also turns into a wall version of the grab, which she gets a lot of damage off of on counter. High counter in the corner, you are eating about 35% right there. So weaknesses, her stun game kind of sucks. But once she gets going, Hitomi can be pretty effective. It's just hard to kind of get that first attack in there sometimes, though, that's all. So, but she got a pretty good damage output, pretty good strings. Also, Hitomi has a parry. This parry is okay. It's not active for very long. As you can see, it's only active for 12 frames and it recovers for 18. So it only parries punches, and if the person's not doing, like, if they're doing like a jab, it's really hard to catch it. It's active for 12 frames, so sometimes you can catch a really slow mid punch or something like that, or maybe even like a 12 frame mid punch. It's good. It's just not something you want to throw out there all the time. Also, you can fake them into that too, so you can actually play the stun game and turn that into a stun mix-up. Hey Strife, thank you so much. I appreciate you for stubbing again. Thank you so much. 30 months, dude. That is fucking awesome. I love you, Strife. Thank you. You are the shit for sure. Okay, so moving on. The number 2 easiest character in this game for me is going to be Nico. Nico is just fucking great. She's just a great character. Obviously, when she first came out, she was broken. I wouldn't call her broken or brain dead anymore, but she was ridiculous when she first came out. They made Nico so that she at least has to think about what she's doing now before she does it. 11 frame mid. Oh yeah, I forgot to say Hitomi has 13 frame mid punch, I believe is her fastest mid. Or I think they made her forward kick 12 frames, right? I think her forward kick maybe 12 or 13 frames, but even still, she's just got a generic 10 frame jab and maybe a 12 frame mid or a 13 frame mid. I believe it may be 13 or 12. So Nico, 11 frame mid, 9 frame jab. The best normals you can have in the game all day. Like, you can't get any better than that. Can Nico still teleport right here or no? Did they take that away? I haven't seen anybody do that since the game came out. Yeah, I guess they took the teleport away. I wasn't even paying attention to that. I guess they took it away. Okay, so Nico, incredibly good stun game. Really good fucking stun game. Yeah, everybody was on Nico. It was like Leroy all over again. Yeah, everybody was on Nico before. So Nico is very, when I say she's very simple to pick up, guys, like, this character is so fucking simple to pick up, seriously. Like she's so simple to pick up, dude. She's got really good low strings that puts you in the 50-50s, that's +6, and then you go into a reset situation like this. She's got a reset grab with her quarter circle forward grab, which she can also confirm if she gets it on high counter and just finish the grab here. She can finish that on high counter, does really good amount of damage on high counter, and she can option select. If she gets the high counter throw, she'll finish it. If not, she'll go for the reset like this. And this is all guaranteed. Not too much damage, but there was a time when Nico was able to do some crazy shit. Like, before she could do, I think she could do, was it forward kick? Yeah, before she could do forward kick. Like, she could do this back turn. That was fucking wild. So yeah, Nico has a very good stun game. She's very fast. She's got this charge punch right here, which is really cheap. If they hold too late, I'll show you guys what it looks like actually. Critical hold, slow. So, the only thing about this move is that now that they added that evasive hold where you make the game run all slow and you can punish them easier, this move really isn't that good anymore, but it's still pretty effective. Somebody in stun and they hold, they eat that every time. So if they're not good at timing their holds, they're gonna get hit by that fucking charge punch and blow up into the air and lose their whole life bar. So she's really good in stun. She's got a reset grab, which also on high counter, as you can see, gives massive fucking damage. That's not even high counter, was it? No. Let me show you what it does on high counter. And she can react to whether she wants to do it or not. I think it's in the 80s or something. 99, that's a lot, dude. Quarter of a life bar almost on a fucking grab from a character this fast. Really evasive. She's got like evasive, little stupid evasive stuff like this. And then again, like I said, her stun game is fucking phenomenal. So there's not much to this character. She's fast, she's got good strings, she has incredible range with stuff like that. So, you know, Nico's very simple and easy to use in my opinion. Definitely number 2. I'll be right back, guys. Let me turn my heat off before I overheat this bitch. Yo, Chop, what's up, man? Guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Hope you guys are all doing good out there. So, now you guys are probably wondering, who is the easiest character in Dead or Alive 6 to use? The moment you've all been waiting for. Dun 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 dun. Fucking Diego. The easiest character in this game, hands down, to use. And I believe that Diego is put in this game to replace Ein because he's very simple. He only has so many moves. He has less than 100 moves. Diego, very, very easy character to use. Even with some of his more technical stuff, this character is still very simple to use. Like, this is probably one of his hardest execution things to do right here, honestly. Like, it's a hit confirm and to grab. And it's actually very good. No Diego players use it. But, as you can see, Diego has a total of, one of them show me here. I'm going to have to go to command training, or not command training, combo challenger, is it? Or is it actually command training? Command training. But either way, I want to say that Diego has less than 90 moves. I want to say that it's in the 70s or maybe the mid 80s, which really isn't a lot. Maybe even the 60s. This character doesn't have a lot of moves. Diego has really good guard breaks. This is plus on block. Really good tracking. Really safe. This move is safe here. This move is unsafe, I believe. He has good tracking. This is a 2-on-1 on counter hit, and it tracks. And on block, it's completely safe. From tip range, it's plus on block. He's got a fatal stun. And not to mention, his fucking damage output is fucking ridiculous. So, like, one of his combos would look like this if I was actually put it on counter hit. Let me see, how do I do this? Too much. Too much. Let's try again. So, like, this is open space. Look how much damage I did on counter hit. Half his fucking life. That was open space, bro. Oh, come on. And again, he doesn't have a lot of moves. He has really good guard breaks, really, really good throw damage. You guys probably don't even know what kind of throw damage Diego can do. Like, Diego has incredibly crazy throw damage. Damn, I want that to connect. I'm gonna do one more time. I think so. Following Lover Cyber King, Love Candy. I don't even know what your name is. I'm sorry, bro. So I just did 165. Like, that's fucking crazy. He's got really good hitboxes on his moves. His shoulder, like, it's weird because the shoulder will connect sometimes and sometimes it won't. Shoulder has good hitboxes on it, good tracking, good throw damage. Look at the throw damage on this grab, bro. I didn't know how much this throw did, like, until the other day. So, 98. Let's see, another thing I want to show you guys is that this move right here. Damn it. Oh, as you can see, it's a close hit, right? It's a close hit if it hits you. It does 97 damage on counter. Oh, it wasn't even on high counter. Oh my god, you're right. Hold on, we gotta go back to the wall. We gotta go back to the wall. Hold on. Look at this shit. This grab on high counter, if they try to sidestep, or if they try to hold, 128. Put it back on counter here so you guys can see this. So on counter hit, this on block, that's guaranteed. So every time you block Diego's full charge quarter circle forward punch, you're going to eat this every single time. Every time you're going to eat that. If you block that, that's guaranteed all day. Let's see what else he's got here. This is a 2-on-1 on counter hit. I already said that. What else? I think that's really just like the biggest stuff about Diego. He's very simple. He doesn't have a lot of moves. Good guard breaks, good throw damage. As you can see, let me show you guys some of his damage on some of his throws. And Diego's throw game is good because if this connects, he puts you in a straight 50-50. If this move connects you in a straight 50-50. 4-4 grab out and open does 102, bro. Why does a grab do 102 from a striking character? Out in the fucking open, bro. That is bonkers. Like, and that does 112. Jesus Christ, it's like a fucking Azuna drop. So as you can see, really good throw damage, really good tracking, really good guard breaks. Very safe for the most part. Good tracking. I may have already said that 1,000 times. So this move is phenomenal right here. It's -7. And it covers a lot of ground, and on counter hits, you're going to get a bounce. And I believe on normal hit, too. It's not a normal hit, but I don't think it does. I don't think it does on a normal hit. Let me see. Yep, you're going to get a bounce on normal hit, too. So yeah, Diego, all in all, my opinion, is definitely the easiest character to use in Dead or Alive.